Jonathan Powers. I'm running for place 2. A little bit about me. I have 3 young kids. My oldest son is in his 2nd year at Pinkerton. I went to Baylor University for college, where I met my wife Chelsea. Chelsea and I went up to Chicago, so I go to the University of Chicago for law school. Then I needed to get back to Texas as quickly as I could. We moved to Valley Ranch 10 years ago. I worked for a federal judge for a year during the pandemic. And I moved to Coppell about 4 years ago. I'm excited to tell you about my platform, but to start this afternoon, I want to tell you about my guiding principles. I think they set me apart in the place 2 race and make me the right choice. The first guiding principle that I believe sets me apart is a commitment to transparency and openness. We have tough issues in Coppell ISD to solve. The best way to do that is openly. And that doesn't just mean when the data supports whatever conclusion it is that we want to hear. When the board was considering closing Pinkerton, I submitted open records requests because I wanted to understand why they were deciding issues like that, why they're making these hard choices. I'll be honest, the numbers I got back, they weren't what I was hoping for. We have fewer elementary age kids in Coppell than we used to. We don't need as many buildings. Despite it not being the answer that I wanted, I shared that data and that information as widely and as publicly as I could because I wanted the entire community to understand exactly why we're making the hard choices that we're having to make. The second guiding principle that I think sets me apart in the place 2 race is a commitment to teamwork. When we have hard decisions to make, we make them better when we work together. I've consistently sought to work as a team player in Coppell ISD through my work on the Visioning Committee, our Ed Foundation, and the Bond Oversight Committee. We don't always see eye to eye in these groups. As one example, in the Bond Oversight Committee, we're having hard conversations about what to do with bond money for facilities that may not exist a few years from now. But everyone on the committee is committed to working together as a team, and so we can have those hard conversations and make the best recommendation that we can for our school board. The last guiding principle, and what I think is the most important guiding principle that sets me apart in the place 2 race, is a commitment to taking care of every kid in Coppell ISD, even when it's harder for my family or my kids. That's why 2 years ago, when the bond didn't provide as extensive renovations for Pinkerton, I supported the bond anyways, because my guiding principle told me that's the right thing to do. This is the best thing for everybody in Coppell ISD. This past year, when the board voted to close Pinkerton, I supported the Vader anyways, because my guiding principle told me that was the right thing to do. I will continue to advance all 3 of these guiding principles and let them influence my decisions as a school board member. Thank you for your time. I hope to earn your vote.